Kirsten from JK Fiber Arts. Today we are going to learn how to use dog fur, dog hair, and how to process it and how to blend it. So I think today we'll do the processing and then we'll break it down and do a couple other videos. This is Finn. He is now just over a year old. And if any of you followed my videos from he's a puppy, he was super floofy. So when he had his very first big boy haircut, which actually didn't go that well because they really shaved him like almost bald, but they did give me his fur. So I have a bag of it, and we are going to go ahead and wash it, and I will show you how to blend it, and we can kind of talk on the way about what % blend and all the other good stuff, huh, Finny? All right. What I have over here is his hair from his grooming, and I initially was going to leave the white in, but I think I'm going to take it out. I don't think there's going to be enough to make, like, I was thinking I might blend the white with some white. Ooh, it's a windy day here today. I brought my screen out just in case, but I was going to try to separate all this white out. I might, we'll see. But some of it's kind of like a gray. So we'll just see how it, because he was tricolored, so there'll be some brown in here. Now he's not tricolored anymore. Totally unrelated to fiber processing, but there's something called a vanishing gene in doodle dogs, particularly the Bernedoodle, so they can be tricolored at birth, and as they mature, their tricolor disappears, so now he's just black and white, but pretty cool. So I am unconvinced that I'm going to be able. This is so soft. His hair is like down. I wanted to find some of the longer stuff though. I'm not totally convinced I'm going to have enough, or whether it's going to be worth getting all this out. But you can see here, obviously the groomer is not a shearer, and there's some little shortcuts here. But these are super soft, and I'm going to blend it in with some wool, and we'll see how that. And you'll see how it won't really make that big of a difference. Still, I'm going to just kind of try to separate the white from the black, and I'll decide a little bit down the road if we're going to use the white or not. So what I'm going to do is just kind of pick out any, well, he didn't really have many mats, which is a good thing, but I'm going to go through and pick all this out, and all I'm going to do is I'm just going to look at it, shake it, just kind of open it up a little bit, and I'm going to treat this like alpaca, because alpaca is similar in quality here to this hair, and I think that treating this like alpaca is the way to go for me. So see, this is kind of a gray. Everything is so soft, I don't want to like throw any of it away, but I don't think the gray is going to give me what I want necessarily, unless I want to just pull some of this off and I can blend it into like a white gray. Maybe I'll do that. That's actually not a terrible idea. So what I wanted to show you was even his, like, you know, so some of this is really long, and when his adult coat started to come in, he had some crimp to it, so that's pretty cool. So it's not unlike alpaca, so I'm going to treat it the same way. He doesn't have lanolin, so I don't think we need to you know, bring that water temperature up high. I think we can use hot tap water for this, and I debated what to and I did some online research, etc., but I think I'm just going to use some wool wash just to get out anything, you know, any of the grease, you know, the natural oil in his coat that may be in here. But this is so soft. I mean, there's not really, you know, guard hair isn't a thing for this. It's all very soft. His top coat and his undercoat as a puppy is all kind of the same. So I'm going to just kind of sort through this and make sure everything's opened up. I mean, look at this. Oh, this almost looks like, it does look kind of like alpaca, doesn't it? Look at the crimp on this. Oh my gosh, look at this lock. Look at that. It's so cute. All right, so let's get going on this. So after a quick costume change, my husband and I came out and we separated this, and it was really hard to get all the white, but here is his beautiful, it's so soft. And it even has like a sheen. I don't know if you can appreciate it, but he's got a sheen on it. So just beautiful puppy fluff. Of course, you know, a lot of people don't have to go through this. They just brush their dog if they shed, but doodles don't shed much at all. And so we just had his hair grow really long. Actually not intending to originally do this, but that's how it ended up being, because he was so cute and floofy that we just kept brushing him and maintaining his coat, and he was just so cute. And then it was getting hard to manage, so we had to get a haircut. Unfortunately, the only thing that our groomer understood, our former groomer understood, was a poodle cut, which is nothing wrong with a poodle cut, but we didn't want one. So the upside, though, you know, silver lining, is that he has a lot of fur here. This is the stuff that we sorted, and I said I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. Look at this white on him. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. It's like down. It's so fine and soft and floofy. So there's a bunch of that white hiding in here, and it was difficult to kind of sort it all out. But I mean, like, look at this. Look at the crimp on that. So this is the tricolored. You'll see there's some brown in here, some white, and some of the black I just couldn't separate. And some of it really is like gray like this. It has some brown in it and some white and some black. And that's just the way it grew, and there's no way I was separating that. So I've decided that I'm just gonna blend all this together, and it's probably gonna give me like a gray-brown type of a color. And I think that that's gonna be really, really nice. Oh, the other thing I was gonna show you was there was one mat in here. Here it is. And I wasn't sure if I wanted to keep it or not, but this is a mat. So this is, you know, everything else here is like, it just falls apart when I touch it. It's so soft and light. And this is like, ugh. So I'm not sure we're gonna work with this. But on the upside, this was the only really, I think we found like 2 like this in the whole thing. So he really, we did do an okay job of keeping him brushed, so that's good. So I'm gonna go ahead and start washing this stuff, and I'll show you how I do that. What I have here is my friend Navid from Malik Family Farm picked this up for me at the restaurant. Actually, I think this was at the Asian restaurant store. They do like Thai food, Chinese food, stuff like that. But this is a 10-quart bowl, and it has that nice strainer in it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill this up first with hot water. This is tap water. I know that my tap water is 120 degrees, so that's what they do. And what you're going to see is, I'm not going to film all this because it's super loud once it starts going in there until it fills up. But I'm going to fill it with water first, then I'm going to add this so it doesn't get super soapy. This is my Unicorn Power Scour, and I'm just going to put a little bit in there. I'm just going to submerge my strainer into the bowl, and then we'll let it go for 20 minutes, and we'll rinse. I'm just going to add, so now I didn't fill it the whole way to the top, obviously, because I got to put this stuff in. I'm not quite sure how much the dog fur is going to do. So you don't need to put in as much as you do to scour wool here. So I'm just putting a little bit of this Power Scour in. Now I'm going to mix it around with, I don't know, my imaginary mixer. I'll just stick my hand in here. All right, ready? So this, I'm just going to submerge in here. And I'm gently gonna sink this down in and hope that I have an abundance of water. I think I have just the right amount of water here. This is gonna be good. You can hear Finn barking. I can't let him out when I'm doing this because if any of you guys watched my other video, which one was it? Oh, the dyeing video. Oh my gosh. I let him out on the lead and he got tangled in every single thing out here. He pulled my drying box away. He jumped on my drying box like it was a trampoline. So Finn is now staying inside once we start doing the real work. All right, so now we're under. I misplaced my cover for this. So I am going to just wing it, and this is my improvised cover, just to keep the heat in, especially on this cooler fall day, although it's almost 70 out right now. So we're gonna set a timer, and I'm gonna get this in 20 minutes. I am 20 minutes past, and let's see what we got here. So here is Finn's fur. And then what I'm gonna do is just kind of lift this up. We can just look and see if the water's dirty. Not really, because he doesn't take dirt baths. And although this was shorn off of him prior to his wash, but we gave him a lot of baths, so he wasn't too bad. But it's still good to wash it, get out anything that, you know, who knows, maybe he rolled in something. I would always wash. I wash everything before I make it into yarn. Oh, with the exception of Angora. All right, so I'm gonna try to squeeze a little bit of this out. So do this over here. And all I'm doing is just pushing my hand down on the fiber just to get some of the excess water out, just to get the soapy bits out. And then we're going to refill it. And I don't want this to get felted, so I want to maintain that temperature. So what I'm going to do is put it in this cooler just to maintain it while I'm refilling my bowl. Usually I try not to put it on the ground because little bits of dirt will come in, but I think we'll be okay. Put that in here just to keep it warm. Keeping in the cooler is going to help maintain that temperature because the pro tip is going from hot to cold does not felt, but going from cold to hot does. So if I let this get cool and it's not a particularly hot day, while I'm refilling, it might felt. So that is why I'm doing it this way. Here is my Finny fur, and I'm just going to put it up here. This is rinse water, and then we'll be back and spin this. And here is our final rinse, and how's that water look under there? Looks like I got the soaps out. Good. And I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm just going to kind of get the excess water out through here just by pushing straight down. And then the rest of this will come out in the laundry spinner. So I'm going to bring it over here, and I'm going to put it into my laundry spinner, and we do this for, I'll get a little extra out of here as I walk over. And we're going to do this for about, no more than 4 minutes or so. And all this extra water is going to come out. And let's turn this on, and it usually takes a second to find its center. There we go. And I'm just going to set a little timer for 4 minutes, and then we'll be back. So my water, here it is, all clear and nice, and I'm trying to see if there's any soapy suds in there. Not really, so that looks good. So I'm just going to water my plant here. And we'll see. Ta-da! So I'm going to open all this up and put it on my screen to dry.
I love how Finn keeps coming to check on you.
Yeah, and if anybody wants to know, it does not smell like wet dog. I think that the oil in the coat is what gives you that wet dog smell. So all I'm going to do here is I'm going to open this up so that it can dry. And while we're doing that, I'm going to get the other stuff in, the last little bit of the white, gray, brown, and we'll be all set. We're just going to put this last bit in. I already put the strainer in. I kind of forgot to put this in dry, but it doesn't really matter how you do it. Gonna put this fiber in, or this fiber. What is fiber? I'm putting this animal fiber in here. And every last bit of it, all the goodness. All right. And again, I'm just gonna push this down in there. See, I saw that little shortcut come to the top, getting rid of it. If I see anything like that, I'm getting rid of it. This one has a lot of water for this little bit of fiber, but that's all right too. All right, so we're good to go. 20 minutes, and then we'll rinse, and then I will see you guys over at my drying screen. I want to show you this before it blows away. I took the screen off. It's not totally dry. I'm gonna have to take it inside to finish drying. You know, the stuff on the bottom here is still pretty wet. However, it's looking really good. I want to bring it closer to the screen so you can see that it's black. For some reason, it's showing up as not black, but if I get it closer, you can see that it is black, very black. Yeah, I don't know why it looks brown in the camera. I'm shooting the correct lighting. Oh well. But anyways, this is very black, and it's super floofy. Maybe if I back up further, it'll look black. There we go. It's too close. Haha. Now you can see that it's black.
So it looks really, really floofy. And I'm gonna put this screen back on before it blows away, but I'm very pleased. So take the rest of this inside to dry here as the evening comes. I am, as usual, running out of daylight. I'm gonna show you this cool thing. I got it from Amazon, and it's called a sweater dryer, and you can put your sweaters on there, but it's actually decent sized, and you can put fiber on that to dry, and I'm gonna bring mine in since it's getting dark. And they came in a 2-pack. So you can see I have 2 of these. They're 3 layers each. And this is all of the kind of gray, white, brownish stuff that I had washed. So there wasn't as much, but you can see I did not even fill up 2 of the levels in this. So it does a really nice job, especially if you're scouring small amounts for testing, for dyeing and stuff. Collapsible sweater hanger, I think, or something like that. I'll look it up. If I can find it, I'll put the name and the link in the description. So let this dry. I'm gonna go out, bring the rest of it in because I have one more of these, see if I can fit all of it on there. And I will see you guys back next time when this is dry and we will start blending. So these really hold quite a lot. This has everything. And then on the top of this 3-rung one, I have the black, and then all the rest of it fit over here. I was really surprised, and it's not heaped up. You can see there's gaps and stuff. It looks really good. This is one of my better purchases, especially for wintertime, since I won't be able to hang stuff outside. And if anybody ever saw my sweater spin, we know you don't hang your yarn in front of the fireplace when it's on. My husband had this great idea to hang these inside because I was struggling with it up too high over my head. And it is our outdoor movie screen that we store in the basement here. He just slid the screen to the center, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is my new favorite thing. Beautiful fall evening we have here. My husband has done a wonderful job preparing for our anniversary evening, and we're gonna hang out down by our fire pit, and he's already mowed a little ring around it and vacuumed all the leaves and grass away and a path down to it. So it's gonna be lovely. So y'all have a great night. I will see you next time. Until then, spin happy.